She's not what you'd expect. She's tough and feisty, but gentle and tender. She makes millions and gives millions to the poor. She cries, she laughs, she teaches, she comforts. This is the Dani Johnson Show.
Hi, I'm Dani Johnson. Welcome to the Dani Johnson Show. You know what? This week is an awesome week. If you joined us yesterday, you found out that this is like our family's favorite week. It's a week that we actually talk about for sometimes 11 months. It's like, you know, you get through December and then they're like, hey, next year for Thanksgiving, can I bring? Like everybody's always asking if they can bring other friends and family members. And I think largely because our country has lost sight of what this week actually represents. And we much rather like worship these pagan gods for Christmas and worship pagan gods for Easter. You're like, what? Yes. Do your research. You're like, no, that's a religious holiday. Is not. Nope, sorry. Anyway, bottom line is that this has been trumped with greed. This holiday has been trumped with greed, but yet this one is so powerful. And every single one of us have so much to be thankful for, right? So this is Thanksgiving week, and we wanted to bring you a whole week in highlighting how does gratitude and Thanksgiving actually play in your life? And is there a place for it? And how can it help you prosper? And so here on Tuesday, right? The Tuesday before Thanksgiving. Tuesday is usually the show that we bring you talking about work and tips to succeed better at work. So we're going to kind of bring a different perspective today because you want to succeed, right? You want to grow in your career. You want to advance, whether that is in your reputation, you want to advance in recognition, you want to make a difference at work, you want to bring better value at work, and maybe you want to grow your income. Not everybody cares about growing their income, but some people might care about making a greater impact on the lives and building better relationships. Or let's try this, reducing stress. So we're going to show you today how to reduce your stress at work. We're going to show you how to have a better reputation at work. We're going to show you how to grow in your position at work, how to be somebody that everyone wants to work with, someone that people enjoy working with, as well as how to change the way you see work. Because a lot of people, sadly, 85% of the country hates what they do for a living. How sad is that? Could you imagine? You're like, yeah, I can imagine, Dani, it's me. I hate Mondays. I hate going to work. I can't stand my job. I can't stand the people I work with. Listen, friend. You are not going to change the people you work with. Listen, okay, let me ask you this. Have you ever hated your job and then you went to find another job? What did you find there? The same freaking people, right? Yes. No matter how many times you change jobs, you find that you are running into the same exact problem. So there might be a common denominator. It might not be the work. It might be you and your bad attitude. So come on, this is Thanksgiving week. Let's just try it on for size this week. Let's just like put on gratitude this week and see what the results are. So check this out. Grateful individuals. This is, by the way, by Berkeley Research. It's a paper that was written by Berkeley Research, or it's a Berkeley Research paper. People who are in college that are studying people, okay? All right, so grateful individuals live in a way that leads to the kind of workplace environment that human beings long for. Hello? All of us enjoy working in an environment where people are grateful, right? We all love living in that environment. It pulls the best out of us. But when what we do goes unnoticed, we feel taken advantage of. We feel like we don't matter. We feel like we don't have any value. And that is when we strive to make more money. That's when, again, listen to me, really what humans want is they want satisfaction. And what comes out of satisfaction, which is what we talked about yesterday, is gratitude, right? So let's go. Let's keep going. Gratitude produces higher levels of positive emotions. Hello, positive emotions is endorphins, right? Those are endorphins that are like setting off in your brain, and it's dopamine that sets off in your brain. The same thing that happens when you drink alcohol, shoot drugs, snort drugs, eat drugs, swallow drugs, smoke drugs, okay? Video games, pornography, all of these things releases dopamine into your brain, okay? And endorphins, it's the same thing that what happens when you work out, if you do such a thing. So everyone's looking for that. Everyone wants that, okay? Like gambling. Gambling does the same thing. So all of these things release the same kind of high. Like you get high when things are going good, right? And so people try all these different forms of things to try to get that high because they want that high. But what if you could get that high without porn? What if you could get the high without gambling? What if you could get the high without shopping? What if you could get the high without food? Alcohol, drugs. What if it was possible to get that same high without gaining weight, without going into debt? It is totally possible. All right. What is the key? It's gratitude. Isn't that crazy? So again, I'm going to read that again. Gratitude produces higher levels of positive emotions that are beneficial in the workplace, such as joy, enthusiasm, and optimism, and lower levels of the destructive impulses of envy, resentment, greed, and bitterness. So look, if you're that guy or that gal that says, I hate my job, it sucks, I can't stand it, I hate my boss, okay? It is simply because of your own head. There's other people that are in that place that don't have that attitude. And yet, what are they getting out of the job? They're going to get promoted. They're somebody that others want to work with. They're actually somebody that's adding value. But the guy who's like, doesn't want to be there, but you're expecting to get a raise, I promise you, if you hate your boss, you ain't getting no raise. They know you hate them. If you hate your job, you are absolutely not going to get promoted. No way. Especially you're going to get promoted into management. If you're complaining about your manager, you're certainly not going to you're not going to be the one to replace him or her. No way. Why? Because you've got the wrong mindset. You're heading in with the wrong path. Wanting to replace your manager because you think your manager sucks never will result in you getting promoted to that position. You're not already trusted with how you're living with authority. So how will you treat the other people that now you're managing? You're going to hate all them too. You see, being dissatisfied with people is a habit. It's a way of thinking. And it is the way of a 98%er. It's the way of someone who loses continuously and then becomes the victim. I got fired because my boss hated me. No, you got fired because you were a jerk to your boss. You were an idiot to them. You had a bad attitude. You carried resentment. So you got resentment towards the boss. You got judgment towards the boss. You've got animosity towards the boss. Guess what? You got envy towards the boss or anyone in your workplace. Hello. What's the answer? Gratitude. Gratitude. Even about someone that you hate. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Oh, I know this, friend. I know this because I once hated my husband, who I passionately and deeply love today, love being around. It's always hard for me to come to the office because I just want to be with him. I hate it when we work because I just want to be with him. I just want to hang with him. I just want to talk with him. I just want to hear him talk. I just want to be in his presence. But this is a man I once hated. So how does that happen? It's simply a mindset. Listen, one mindset leads to envy, resentment, bitterness. Never those things turn into something good. But gratitude is the trump card. It is the card that flips that sucker around. It's the game changer. Gratitude is the thing that brings the growth. Gratitude is the thing that brings the fulfillment, releases endorphins, helps you feel positive and encouraged, and helps you be someone that is far more attractive to everybody else that you're working with. According to Forbes, stress and gratitude have a hard time coexisting. So there's your answer. You know, stress comes from resentment, envy, bitterness, unforgiveness. Those things produce stress. And if you have stress at work, judgment, judging somebody, thinking that the managers don't know what the heck they're doing. The owner doesn't know what the heck they're doing. You could do a much better job. Yeah, you'll see if you ever get the chance. Well, why don't you quit and go start yourself a business and let's see. Let's just see what kind of a better job you do, friend. Have fun. Finding things to be grateful for at work can lead to more creativity because resentment closes the mind. Greed closes the mind. Bitterness closes the mind. Envy closes the mind. Okay? Gratitude opens the mind. Let me say it again. Gratitude opens the mind. So the next time you go into a brainstorm session in a meeting that you have, don't go in with, well, I never have any ideas and no one ever cares about my ideas and I'm just going to keep my mouth shut because every time I come up with an idea, the idea just gets shut down. That's leading in with resentment. That's keeping records of wrong. That's a wrong perspective. I know it might be how you feel, but you have to understand how grateful you should be to have a job, to be grateful that you actually have a voice, grateful that actually they want to hear what it is. And you have to understand something. Your ideas might spur other ideas. Your ideas and what comes out of your mouth spurs other brainstorm, other creativity. It tips somebody else off to think about something. Okay? All right. So finding things to be grateful for at work leads to more creativity, more interest in projects, more willingness to help out, and more appreciation and encouragement of others. All that leads to you having a higher value in the marketplace, which means you will lead yourself into a promotion of some sort. This is a really interesting comment. Mona Jackson writes, "When my focus is self-driven or ego-driven, my results are disastrous. Relationships suffer. I get into my head, which slows the work of my hands and causes them to crawl. I stumble, and the results are not prosperous. When I am thankful, and I see and know from where the work of my hands comes from, my mind is clear. There are no hindrances. My focus flows from a posture of living in the moment, completely content. I am more aware of time and not willing to squander it away." What else is there to say to that, right? Come on, friend. You know it. You've tried it before. Listen, I understand. I used to be a pessimist. And it's not like I'm like this ultra super positive person. No, I fight against pessimism. I do. Yes, I have that natural mind that wants to see what needs to be fixed, versus what is great. So I fight against that. And I have to tell you, I was suicidally depressed from 6 years old until my 30s. How did I get myself out of that? A number of ways, and one of them was gratitude. Gratitude. So in this week of Thanksgiving, come on, make a list. Make a list. Yesterday you learned that people who journal 5 to 15 things every single day that they are grateful for make more money. So gratitude can make you more money, and gratitude can get you promoted. Can elevate your personality, can elevate your joy, can elevate your creativity, can elevate your reputation, can solve problems between you and other people. It can kill resentment and pressure. It will reduce stress at work and at home. So let's just try it on for size. Just give it a shot this week and for the rest of this year. What if all of a sudden you decided to go, okay, I'm going to flip every negative thing that I have been focusing on. I'm going to turn it upside down, and I'm going to find 5 things I'm grateful for at work. Every day, I'm going to catch myself, and I'm going to test this thing. For the next 30 plus days, let's see where it lands me. Come on, we have like 45 days left in the year. Can you believe that? 2018 is almost over. Okay, let's try it on for size. Hey, because it's Thanksgiving week, and because this really is our most favorite American holiday that I think has the most power for our marketplace, it has the most power for our families, it has the most power for the finances, it has the most power to kill even the depression that seems to come around at this time of year. We want to give you this gift. It's called First Steps to Wealth. It's free. We want to give it to you. You want to learn how to succeed even greater. You want to get yourself on that path of being able to succeed in the workplace, to elevate that reputation of yours, to be somebody that gets promoted and in the direction you want to go, and even how to figure out where you want to go. You want to like know, am I going towards the right thing? You want to understand the people that you're working with better, which helps you to be more grateful for the people you're working with, and how to utilize everybody's strengths. It's right here. How to motivate the people that you can't even stand. It's right here in this book. First Steps to Wealth. Go to firststepswealth.com. You can have your copy right now. Again, that's firststepswealth.com. You pay the shipping to get it to your house. I think that's fair. You're not a cheapskate. Even if you're broke, you can afford the shipping. And I promise you, this book, you start applying even the first 3 chapters of it, you're going to make the money back. You'll make your shipping back. It's not expensive, but I'm willing to send you this $15 book if you're willing to pay for the shipping. And then the only thing I ask for you is you write me and you tell me how you're applying it, what you're doing with it, because there are thousands and thousands of stories that people have written us about what has changed in their life as a direct result of applying what's in this book. All right? firststepstowealth.com. Get your copy now. And by the way, happy Thanksgiving week. God bless you. Thanks so much for joining us. Bye.